What is up, my fellow Chiebits? Hopefully all of you are having a very wonderful day today, because today is Chapter Day, and with Chapter Day, we have a new manga series that has started called Sahara. Now, today I'm here to bring all of you my first impressions of the new manga series, and before I actually get into that, let me give some brief backstory to this series for you're full aware of what this kind of is, or like the background of Sahara. So the writer of the series, the mangaka of Sahara, is a former assistant of Oda Sensei, the mangaka that writes One Piece, and also the former assistant of Horikoshi that also writes Boku no Hero Academia. So the former assistant of both of these big, well-known mangaka is writing this new series called Sahara. Now, instantly, right off the bat, I gotta say, the art style reminds me of One Piece, and sometimes a little bit of Boku no Hero Academia, but mainly One Piece. Like, the art style, and even the paneling, when you go to page, you see the panels and stuff, it reminds me so much of One Piece. Like, seriously, no joke, look at the chapter of Sahara, look at the artwork, look at the way the panels are done, especially in some of the action scenes, and then go to One Piece's chapter this week and look at the action scenes in that. You can see a lot of similarities in the style of it, and I'm just like, yo, it's crazy. So, you can really see where the former assistant of Oda, and also Horikoshi, has taken his, like, you know, I guess, expertise of what he's learned into this new manga series, Sahara. Now, besides the artwork in general looking a lot like One Piece, what is it about? What is Sahara about? Is it something that interests you enough to where you want to start it? So, overall, the first chapter is a very solid start. Now, it is nothing 10 out of 10. It is nothing breathtaking where it destroys the very foundation of shonen as we know it. It's nothing like that. But it is a very good start and could potentially be a very wonderful series in the future. So, the plot, what is it about? It's a shonen series. It's an action-adventure shonen series from what I can see so far. It's probably going to have some form of supernatural as well. And, I mean, it's also set in a post-apocalyptic timeline. For instance, it's after, like, a great war in the past. Like, there was a huge war that decimated a lot of the planets, and majority of the vegetation, like wildlife and stuff, and, you know, forests and stuff are completely just destroyed. So, it's like everything is a wasteland, everything is a desert. That's kind of how the world is. Now, you have it to our main character. He is actually a character that's supposedly some form of samurai, and he can actually stop these ancient creatures, or these ancient robots, and turn them into some form of forest to make forest around the entire world. Now, I'm not going to dive into the exact details, because I don't want to spoil anything. This is kind of like a first impressions. But overall, our main character is a samurai that hunts down different, like, robots from the Great War and turns them into forest. And then you have our main female character that is also a person that's wanting to bury her father. She has her father's ashes, she has a flower, and she wants to bury her father. And as you know, since the vegetation and forest and stuff are completely gone, having a flower is very rare, and that makes her a prime target to be hunted down. So overall, when it comes to that, you have it to where the main character, the main male character, is wanting to protect her to make sure that she can actually get to the location she wants to get to properly. And we do have a destination as well. Besides the father part, we also found out that the main character wants to see the World Tree. Apparently, there's some form of World Tree, and he is searching for it. Now, we don't really get any details on that fact, but we do know he's searching for something. So we kind of have two goals in sight when it comes to the start of the series. So that's a very good start. Now, besides that, there is some conflict in this first chapter, and the conflict overall, I think, is probably one of the worst parts about the chapter. Now, I'm not saying it was bad, I'm just saying the conflict was something stereotypical you would see in a shonen or any start to a manga series. You have it to where a ship gets hijacked by these thugs, they wanted to, you know, get treasure and all this jewelry and stuff. Eventually it leads it into where one of our main characters, our main female character, she gets in trouble, they find out about the flower, they want to, you know, pretty much take the flower, get it from her, and also find out where, you know, the treasure is and where all these other forests are, where they can make more money. Main character steps in, handles the problem. So when it comes to the conflict of the, you know, the chapter, it was something nothing new. It was nothing brand new, but I do like the, you know, the concept of the series. It is a very good concept, and it could become something potentially great in the near future. So yeah, first chapter, it was decent. Yeah, it was definitely a decent start. It's definitely something I want to look into. I want to see where it goes, because, I mean, look, it's the former assistant of Oda and Horikoshi. I mean, this former assistant has definitely been around mangaka that can write talent. Now, one of the things, though, I am worried about is that the mangaka is going to reap off the benefits of the actual mangaka he's helped out in the past. For instance, Oda and Horikoshi. I hope his series can actually dive into something completely different and break the mold when it comes to shonen, and hopefully he can stand on his own with the, without the support of these other mangaka creators like Oda and Horikoshi. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you feel about this series? How do you feel about Sarahara? Are you going to continue watching it? Or not? Whoa, what the fuck? That's habit. That's an, anime review habit. Are you going to continue reading this manga? I mean, I don't know exactly what the schedule of the series is. It is being translated by a team that does do weekly translations, so I'm willing to bet that the translations that do come out are going to be rather consistent, so there's probably not going to be any problem with that. But overall, though, I don't know exactly the timeline. I don't know if this is going to be a monthly manga series or a weekly manga series. I have no idea, just going to instantly say that right now, but it is something I want to look into, and it's definitely going to be something I, keep, track of to see where it goes from this point onward. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.